Today we're going to talk about the 700,000 Rand administrative penalty that the FSCA imposed on African Bank. Now, why is this important? Because the penalty was related to misleading advertising, and this is something we always talk about on this channel. Now, let's go over to the statement, and then I'll tell you guys exactly why you should not be misleading people in terms of the way you advertise to them. But as you guys know, I give away two $5,000 funded accounts every week. All you have to do is make sure you subscribe to the channel, you like the video, and you leave a comment related to the video in the comment section below. Now, this statement was published yesterday. If you got me on Instagram, you would have seen I dropped this on there. But it says over here that the FSCA imposes an administrative penalty on African Bank for misleading advertising. Now, where do you see misleading advertising? You see it everywhere. Everybody is misleading their clients through the way that they are advertising. And just looking at all of these, all of these things that you guys oversee over here of these EAs and the mentorship, and where they talk about 97% success rate. I even got a lawyer's letter last year because I called out someone for saying they got a 87% success rate when it was a fucking lie. But I say I got a lawyer's letter, but here you can see that you can actually get a fine for fucking lying to the people. But any case, let's continue with this video. Says here, the FSCA has imposed an administrative penalty of 700,000 Rand on African Bank for misleading advertising, which was found to be a contravention of Conduct Standard 3 of 2020 banks, the conduct standards. Sorry that, guys. The objective of the conduct standard is to ensure that banks conduct business in a manner that prioritizes the fair treatment of consumers when offering financial products and services. That says here, the reason for that is the penalty followed an investigation by the FSCA into African Bank's key festive social media campaign, which I believe was this over here. I will speak under correction when I say that social media campaign, which was found to contain factual, incorrect, and misleading statements as part of the ongoing supervisory activities. The FSCA identified and assessed the social media advertisement flighted by African Bank in December 2023. The advertisement, which featured a well-known public figure, encouraged consumers to take out personal loans with the phrase, "It's not a skoloto to me, key investment." You cannot tell people that taking out the loan is an investment, because it's not an investment. It is debt incurred onto your you are misleading people by telling them that this is an investment. Meanwhile, it's basically debt that people are taking out on this. Now it says here, the FSCA found the above statement to be factually incorrect and misleading, as it misrepresented the nature of the loan product that was on offer, implying that it was an investment rather than a credit facility. You see, like, I should be working for the FSCA, bro. Like, I should be, I should be working there. I'm ready to assist the FSCA in taking down these frauds, all of them. I will take them down every day. One fraud will fall. FSCA, if you're watching this, guys, come to me. I will help you. No salary. No, you don't have to, no titles, no nothing. I don't need a title, don't need a salary. I just need support from the FSCA, and I will run through this entire forex industry like it's nobody's business. Phew. Any case, sorry, getting caught off there. So it says here, by misleading financial customers and failing to provide clear and accurate information about the nature of the product, African Bank contravened Section 6163A63B of the Conduct Standard, which requires the following. A bank, listen carefully, must ensure that its financial products and financial services are advertised to financial customers in a way that is clear, fair, and not misleading. Remember, the bank is a financial institution, just like a broker is a financial institution. Remember, an FSP is a financial services provider. The bank is a financial services provider. A broker is a financial services provider. Also, your friend who's selling EAs and signals is a financial services provider. But his EA is saying you can get a 97% success rate today. And when you say something about it, then they come to you with, I'm going to get a tax op lawyer for 500 Rand just so you can keep your mouth shut. So here's the law. The law is saying these things, not me, my friend. Ja, kom, the law of South Africa. Advertising by bank must be factually correct, not containing any statement, promises, or forecast which is fraudulent, untrue, or misleading. Now, this statement over here applies to investment schemes also. So if you look at a company like Allan Gray, which is a investment company, or you look at Kitaxop Investments, Bandile Investments, Nasdaq Ninja Investments, all of these guys who tells you that if you invest so much, you will get so much. You know the pool account. Well, I will sell you my course worth 100 Rand. All these guys, right? When it comes to advertising, according to the FSCA, remember we have to refer to the FSCA because these guys are offering financial services to the public. So the FSCA is the law that oversees and governs these frauds who offer financial services. Now, according to the FSCA, according to the General Code of Conduct, when it comes to advertising, all information needs to be true and correct. The information should be clear and concise. Everything needs to be explained to the customer to a point that you should not withhold any information to the customer that would have made them say no in the first place. What do I mean by that? Okay, class is in session. It basically means that if you know telling the client that you could lose all your money is going to not make them invest, then you have to tell the client that you can lose all your money. You shouldn't withhold that just because you want the client to invest. But before you get the client to invest, you need to have a license, not a lawyer. You need to have a license. I know they both start with LL. Most of you don't even have a car license. The only achievements you frauds have in this industry is a birth certificate, and you're probably going to get a death certificate, and that's going to be the only two achievements you've achieved in this life. Yeah, Klong? Any case, let's continue with this video over here. Alright, I was talking there, but I'm coming back here. Any case, Section 6(9), a bank must have in place processes and procedures for the approval of advertisement and advertising methods by a person of appropriate seniority and expertise within the bank, which must form part of its governance arrangements. Now, I'm not even going to talk about this at all. You know why I don't have to talk about this? Alright, ek het nou amper gevloek. You know why I don't have to talk about this? Because the frauds on Instagram don't even have money to put light bulbs in their houses. How are they going to employ a person who can put together or who can verify an ad based and meet the standards of the FSCA's advertising scheme? To say that, guys, because why? If someone saw this ad, someone had to approve this ad, right? But it had to be someone that has got the brains, not a stupid person to say, okay, this look like it will work. No, a guy's gonna say, you know what, guys, you should not be doing this because we can't say it's an investment. The FSCA will come for us, right? Any case, the FSCA acknowledged African Bank cooperation during the investigation matter. Good, FSCA, African Bank complied with the investigation, taking into the nature of the contravention as well as the remedial steps implemented by African Bank. 200,000 of 700,000 administrative penalty imposed on the bank has been suspended for a period of 2 years, subject to African Bank remain fully compliant with the conduct standard during the suspension period. The SFK confirms that African Bank has paid immediately a due amount of 500,000 Rand. All financial institutions are urged to take note of the sanction and are reminded about the importance of providing clear and accurate information to financial customers regarding the nature of the products and services being offered. For many financial customers, decisions about which financial products to purchase are significantly influenced by information conveyed in advertising and marketing material. Financial customers who rely on misleading adverts or false impressions are more likely to select unsuitable products, which could result in finance. This year explains why everybody in this forex industry should get a fine. I'm gonna stop the video right there. Say thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for ears.